What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about some of the settings you guys need to change. Now, I know a lot of people probably didn't go through their settings and look at each individual thing and see some of the things that they needed to change, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys some of the things that you should change. So, starting out in the basic tab, if you scroll down, you want to turn hit frame off. Now, the reason why hit frame actually makes you do less damage, and the reason why is because whenever you hit enemies, it'll do like a little pause in certain instances. So that's going to basically slow down your DPS, especially when you're playing someone like Frigg who wants to dash and then attack as soon as possible. Turning hit frame off is going to allow you to do more damage because you're not going to be having those pauses after you're hitting the enemy. On top of that, you want to turn discharge skill animation off if you don't have it off already. The animations do look really good, they do look gorgeous, but after a while you don't want to have these on simply because they're going to be playing over and over non-stop. So this is something that you want to turn off. This is honestly preference though. If you really just want to watch the animation every single time, be my guest. But hit frame, you want to turn that off, and then discharge skill animation if you want to. Also, you want to turn off auto climb if you don't know, and the reason why is because if you're on the ground and you walk up to a wall, you will automatically grab the wall. You don't want that to be the case. So if you turn it off, for you to go on a wall, all you have to do is jump on the wall. That way it's going to be a lot better for you so that you're not accidentally grabbing the wall whenever you're trying to combo or whatever the case may be. The last thing on this page is manual sprint dodge. You want to turn this off. Now with this on, you have to press your dash button to sprint, but if you turn it off, you'll automatically start sprinting after a couple seconds. Now that's not to say if you want to dash and then run, you can still do that as well, but it's just a really nice thing because there are some game modes or things that don't allow you to dash, and you can still sprint in those if you have this turned off. The next thing we want to go to is display. Now looking at display, the only thing that you really want to change here is same screen wanderer. It starts out at 20. Now what this means is whenever you're looking out into the world, let's say there's 100 people that are near you, you will see the closest 20 people. Now you can change this up to 30, and that means that you'll see the closest 30 people. If you don't have a super high-end PC, maybe your PC is super low-end or whatever the case may be, you can turn this all the way down to 5 if you want to. But whatever it is, just turn it to whatever you want, depending on if you want to see more people or if you want to see less people. After that, we want to go to camera. Now with camera, this is a pretty big one. If you guys don't know, there is a basically locking on method, and what the locking on method is it's pretty much how you lock onto enemies. Now there is this one right here, which a lot of people think is smart, but it's not. And the reason, like, I don't know why they did this, but we'll get into it. So the first one here, it's just auto lock. It'll lock onto whoever it wants to, no matter what. Whenever a lot of people have this one on, and what happens is they'll be trying to target the person right in front of them, but it'll be targeting the person to the far left or something. So they'll use their discharge and your character will completely turn. This is not the one you want to have on. Manual, if you turn manual on, it will allow you to change targets when you press your tab button. So anytime you're fighting enemies and you press your tab button, it'll allow you to switch enemies. That's going to be really, really nice for anyone that wants to make sure that they can lock onto whoever they want to. Distance first is obviously going to have you lock onto the very closest person to you. Whatever enemy's close, that's who you lock onto. Now this far right one is actually the one you want to, or most people will want to check. What this one does is it will lock on to whatever enemy you are looking at. If your character is looking forward, it'll lock onto the forward enemy. If there's a character to your left and you look left, it'll lock onto the left enemy. This is going to be the best one, or the one for most people that you want to do. Now, you can obviously use manual if you want to, but generally you want to do this far right one. You want to do the far right one because this is going to allow you to basically, whenever you're trying to do a discharge or whatever, you look in the enemy's direction and you use it, you will lock onto the enemy, and that's going to be really, really good. Now I don't know why it doesn't say anything over here. I think this is the smart option, but this says smart, but this one really isn't that smart of an option, so I don't know, but you do want the far right one. And then the last thing I want to talk about, and I've seen so many people ask me, how do I do this? What is this? You want to scroll all the way down, and it says scroll text settings. most people will have it on default. You want to change this to list. And the reason why, and I'll show you, a lot of people ask me how I get my damage numbers like this, and I'll show you right here. As you can see, my damage numbers look like this right now. Right? They're just jumbled up all over the place. If you change it to list, it's fine if he attacks me. Change it to list, it'll give you a neat fashion. As you can see right here, let me do this. You see how it's all in a line? It lines up the numbers for you so you can see all of your numbers very, very easily. So make sure you guys change your the scroll text settings to list. It's going to allow you to see all of your damage numbers, because right now whenever I do my dash attack, I have 6 different damage numbers. If it's on normal, they'll all be jumbled up. You can't really see them. If you switch it to list, it'll show all 6 in a line so you can see exactly what damages are happening, and it's going to basically allow you to get a lot more information for yourself or anyone else that you need to get information with. So anyways, these are a lot of the settings that I'm using. If there's any extra settings that I missed or I'm not using, you guys can go ahead and put that in the comment section below. I know a lot of people want to know about controller support. As far as controller support, I don't think some people said it's in the game, some people said it's not. It says coming soon, so I'm not entirely sure. And then a lot of people want to know about if you can stop the controls that you change from resetting. As far as that, I have no idea. I haven't changed any of my controls, and as far as what I've heard from everyone else, as far as right now, we cannot change it, or there's no setting or anything that makes the controls not reset once you change them. Also, I know this isn't a setting, but I may as well add this into the video as well. Whenever you go to your weapons, if you guys didn't know, you have 3 weapons, obviously. Your first weapon will be your E button. Your second weapon, which is on the right, will be your R button. And then your third weapon, which is on the left, will be your Q button. So for anyone that, is trying to get their rotations down or anything, or they have their weapons in a certain fashion or spot, make sure you guys put these exactly where you want them. For my team comp, I always have whoever's starting, I have them first. With Frigg, you go in, you press R1, she's the starter. For my Shatter, I generally have my on my R, and then for my ranged, I generally have my Q. Now, if I were to put Coco in this team, I'd put her on the Q. If I, once I get Lynn will be on the Q, and different things like that. If you look at another team comp that I run at the start of the game, it is this comp right here. I have Huma here because Huma is generally my starter. I will want to go into her dash attacks into her axe form. She's going to be generating energy and shatter. Then I can go into Mara, which is a shatter, or my ranged weapon, which is Coco. So if you guys don't know, make sure you guys put your weapons in the exact place you want them to be so you can get off the right combos, right? Press my 1, then I can switch into my R, and then if I need to, I can switch into my Q and do whatever I need to do. So there you guys go as far as that. But anyways, that is pretty much going to be it for the settings. These are really, really good settings to have. It's going to up your guys' gameplay quite a bit. Well, some of you guys, it may not do it, whatever the case may be. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, if there's any other settings that you guys have that you use or whatever that are helpful for anyone else, put it in the comment section below. I want this to be as informative as possible. I know I may not have the 100% best settings. Some of you guys may have something better than I have. But anyways, that's going to be about it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys did in the comment section below. That being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.